Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Ultimate Dirt TV. Welcome to the World of Thunder Racing League, and welcome to DirtFan.com, your coverage tonight of the Hub Sim Racing giveaways 410 winged sprint cars. Their season opener, round number 1 here at the Kokomo Speedway. Good evening, race fans. Brett Wheeler in the booth with you for tonight's coverage of the first of 8 weeks, and well, the final race of the night here for the World of Thunder Racing League Ultimate Dirt TV series. Season number 9, I believe this is, but we'll call it Season 1 of 2020. We are going to qualifying for the 410 winged sprint cars over the Super Late models and the UMPs. There was no qualifying, it was straight up into heat races, all done via random. But now these sprint cars, there is 2 minutes on the clock, and each driver gets 1 lap. So there is no time to muck around. And they might not want to wait till... Oh, geez, open qualifying session. Oh, this could get nasty. Oh, boy. Jesus almighty. And with 1 lap, man, this is going to get interesting. There's nothing like a good... Oh, no, Scarlet Brown hits the wall. Peyton Grease with 11.471. The Little Hurricane. Mason Hannigan, the Dirt Tomato, number 1 machine. Matt Dixon, quick time. James Grace. And I guarantee this has certainly ruffled some feathers when it comes to the open qualifying session. James Grace. Keep an eye on some of the other drivers on the racetrack. In fact, down the bottom left is the driver that we're watching, Colton Hardy in car number 1. Swindell Speed Lab. John Batista, who we've seen in Victory Lane last Thursday night with the Wicked Energy Gum 410 winged sprint car series. 11.101. Quick time, David Harleman. Sure, this is done more than 1 lap, but we'll see where Heileman sits with an 11.117 second quick. Dylan Hauser for Slick Sim Sports. Well, we can say no one's perfect. We do make the mistakes from time to time. Dylan Hauser 6th quick. Cole Cabray 4th. As that is going to be qualifying done and dusted. And well, talk about throwing a spanner in the works, ladies and gentlemen. Qualifying done. 3 heat races on the program. And going quick time tonight in caliber 54 and continue a good run of form as of late. It's John Batista. Let's take a look at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid and how they line up for the first of 10 laps. First heat race, 10 laps around the Kokomo Speedway. 10 laps will be the distance. Top 3 to the main event. John Batista starts on pole in car number 54 for Swindell Speed Lab. The 71, Cole Cabray starts P2. Slick Sim Sports driver Dylan Hauser will start position 3. Alex Studing will start position number 4. Position 5, it's going to be the 19 of Peyton Grease, and Chris Fisher will start position 6. Brent Holloway will start position 7th. 8th is going to be Miles Jansen. 9th is going to be Skylar Brown with Eddie Holden starting at a position number 10. We are awaiting the arrival of no more drivers. They are all gridded, so all 10 cars take to the racetrack behind the iRacing.com pace vehicle, the official pace truck that is. Who is going to start? Well, I'm not going to say on pole because the winner will go into the redraw. Now this tyre cam needs a bit of an adjustment because you can see that the... And this just goes to show you, right now where these cameras are, this was where the tyres were up until they updated it. So they pulled the grass in just a little bit to allow a little bit more room on the inside, make it a little bit shorter. And this is why there is a camera that is somewhat on the racetrack, and You see just how far those tyres have been moved in. Out of turn number 4, John Batista, Cole Cabray. The shackles have been broken. Oh, look how there's some contact going down to one. Fisher doesn't get a good start on that one. But I'll tell you who does. Dylan Hauser to the race lead. Batista looks back to the inside, down into 3 and 4. We run through the middle. Cole Cabray. Then you go back to Peyton Grease in the number 92 machine. Batista takes the top spot again. Hauser crosses underneath. Hauser trying for the slide into turn number 3 and 4. Batista on his outside, side by side, now through 1 and 2. Hauser to the low side. Batista on the outside, runs the cushion. Grease catches the tyre. Oh, Batista around the outside and Dylan Hauser for that top spot. 3 in the book, 7 to run. And John Batista, what a performance. Now here comes the Swindell Speed Lab number 71. Oh no, Cabray into the wall. The rear end busted on that race car, you would think, and now there goes Alex Studinger in the 54 up to position number 3. And there goes Cole Cabray retiring back to pit road. Miles Jansen in 4th position. Chris Fisher back to 5th. Then we go back to Eddie Holden, Brent Holloway, Cole Cabray, Skylar Brown, Peyton Grease all back on pit road. And they are going to have to do it the hard way through the B mains. But it is past the halfway stage. 6 down, 4 to run. John Batista leads Dylan Hauser. We go on board right now and take a lap around the Kokomo Speedway. You can see the number 2 machine. He is starting to haul 855 right now. And Dylan Hauser getting a run. Oh, just as I say that, he got in the slick stuff, got a little loose there. And now he tries to come back at Batista. They'll come out of 4 this time by with 1 to run. And Batista by a car length. Hauser, he's going to wait and going to bide his time down into 3 and 4. He's got to run. He goes to the inside. He sticks to Moore, slides up, slide job. Batista crosses underneath. Oh, that was far out. Oh, that was close. Batista wins by .023. Studinger home in 3rd. What a race. John Batista and Dylan Hauser take a bow, gentlemen. You little ripper. Oh, you can see the rest of the drivers, Fisher, Jansen, and so on. But you just seen us, and especially when we were on board with Dylan Hauser, how quick he was able to reel in the 54 of Batista. But boy, oh boy, what a race that was. Heat number 2. Cars taken to the racetrack right now. Let's take a look at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid. Starting on pole in car number 49, David Hardiman. On the outside of the front row in car number 00, your UMP modified feature winner just about half an hour ago. The Swindell Speed Lab, it's Kendall Tucker, position number 2. Matt Dixon will start position 3. Mark Jessup will start position number 4. Position number 5, it's going to be Lachlan Horton, James Grace out of position 6, Brent Fair and Brian Johnson out of positions number 7 and 8. The newest recruit for Black Diamond Motorsports, Ryan Sheet, in car number 20, starts position 9. James Edens out of position number 10. We can confirm David Hardiman did not grid. So that's going to move the inside row. That's going to put Matt Dixon on the front row. Oh, he's got a nice UDTV logo on that car. Thank you, buddy. Dixon and Tucker, here we go. Green flag is out. We're underway. Heat number 2 of 3. And it is 10 on the board. Dixon, Tucker continue to run side by side. Through 1 and 2. Tucker's got the top spot. Give it to Kendall Tucker. Say goodbye to him. He has just left the field for dead. The BSL number 92 machine of Lachlan Horton now moving into position 3. Running the outside of the racetrack. 3 wide, James Grace to the middle, and James Edens up on the inside. Hello, James Edens from the back of the bus from row 5, looking to get into the top 3. And you know what? Let's go show the tyre cam and just show how close these drivers actually get to it, especially coming out of turn number 2. Look at them up, hugging up on the inside tyre, down into turn number 3 and 4 we run. Dixon holding on to second position. Tucker out in front. Here comes James Edens. He's a specialty in the sprint car. Specialty right on the bottom. That is his jam. That's his bread and butter, ladies and gentlemen. Daniel, thank you for the follow. El Captain, thank you for the follow as well. And Edens looks to run down Tucker, but I think that's all gone so far. Matt Dixon holding on to position number 3, but here comes the 269 of James Grace through the middle of the racetrack. 7 in the books, 3 to run. This should be a fairly quick event right now. 30 cars here at... Oh, look out, Matt Dixon, a wild ride. Thankfully, it's virtual. And he is going to be A-OK. The 20 of Ryan Sheet for Black Diamond Motorsports. Up to 4th. Look out, look out. One to run this time by. And it's going to be Kendall Tucker, your leader into turn number 3. Out of turn 4. A dominant drive for Swindell Speed Labs. Kendall Tucker. James Edens, a fantastic drive. From, technically 10th up to 2nd. James Grace will grab 3rd. Ryan Sheet in 4th. Mark Jessup. Then we go back to Brent Fair, Brian Johnson, Matt Dixon, Lachlan Horton, and David Heileman, who didn't grid. So that is heat number 1. Heat 2, I should say. Excuse me. Heat number 2 complete. Heat number 3, the 3rd and final heat race of the night. Let's see how they line up. Starting on pole of the 3rd and final heat race of the night. In car number 41, Logan Ramsey. On his outside in car number 80, it's Vinny Sansoni. Colton Hardy will start position at number 3. On his outside, the Little Hurricane, Mason Hannigan to start position number 4. Position number 5 in the 013, that'll be Brett Osborne with Richie Preston in car 25 out of position number 6. Position 7 for MDM Motorsports, it is Mitch Stiles and George Wood. It's Tarzan out of position number 8. Position number 9 and 10, and well, it'll be interesting to see how they go. Dustin Sizemore out of P9 and Michael McKay out of position number 10. More late model guys than sprint car guys, but here supporting the World of Thunder Racing League and the Hub Sim Racing giveaways. Here we go. Logan Rumsey, Vinny Sansoni, green flag is out. Heat number 3, and we are underway. Who will get the jump through turn number 1 and 2? Colton Hardy, Mason Hannigan made contact there. Preston through the middle now in that 25, but look at Vinny Sansoni through the middle. Rumsey down low. Rumsey getting that left front very close to that inside tyre right now. Rumsey continues to lead down the back straightaway. Through 3 and 4 we run. Rumsey 2 in the books, 8 to run. Sansoni through the middle once again. Colton Hardy in 3rd. This track is slick, and here goes Rumsey. Slides up in front of Vinny Sansoni in the 80 machine. Vinny back to the inside. No, not going to be a slide job. He stays committed to the bottom side. And well, that's a mistake from Logan Rumsey. And Vinny says, no, you know what? If that's what it's going to be, I'll take it. But here comes Rumsey back to the inside. Slide job through the middle. He gets back the race lead. But Vinny Sansoni in the Supermoon Graphics number 80 machine. And boys, here comes the Swindell Speed Lab number 1, Colton Hardy. I'm telling you, if he goes to the top side in 3 and 4, he might just have something right now. 6 down, 4 to run. Sansoni and Rumsey putting on an absolute clinic here at the Kokomo Speedway. Now in comes Colton Hardy. Now remember, top 3 slider there from Rumsey. The top 3 go straight to your main event. The winner will go to the redraw, so they've got a chance to start on the front row. Oh, Sansoni makes a mistake. Rumsey to the lead, 2 to run. And here comes Colton Hardy. Look at Hannigan around the outside. Mason Hannigan just ripping the lip right now. 1 to go. Who is going to get it? Anybody's guess is, well, that could be anybody right now. Into 3 and 4 we go. We see the cars come out of turn number 4. Logan Rumsey victorious 2nd. Colton Hardy, and I think Hannigan snagged 4th. No, Vinny Sansoni by 1/1000th of a second. Oh boy. Without having a tie, you could not get much closer than that. As far as the qualifying thing goes, why qualify if you're going to run heat races? Well, qualifying sets up for the sprint cars. Should have been 1 lap, but it was actually given an open qualifying session, so give the sprint car guys a chance to qualify. But the late model guys like to mix it up a bit. But man, how about the heat races? Phenomenal. B-Main number 1. Let's take a look at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid. "12 laps will be the distance." Now the top 7, there's only going to be 2 B-Mains. The top 7 will go through. So we are going to have a 23 car feature. Chris Fisher will start on pole. Mason Hannigan will start position at number 2. Mark Jessup will start position number 3. Position 4, it's going to be Brent Holloway. Brent Osborne will line up out of position 5. Brian Johnson out of position 6. Cole Cabray out of position 7. Mitch Stiles out of position 8. Lachlan Horton out of position 9. With Peyton Grease out of position number 10. Boy, oh boy. Can the B-Mains live up to the heat races? Strap yourselves in and feel the G's, ladies and gentlemen. Why have the whole seat when you can just use the edge of it? Here we go, B-Main number 1. And it's going to be Fisher and Hannigan to lead down into turn number 1 and 2 for the first of 12 circuits around the Kokomo Speedway, the little bull ring here in Indiana. And Chris Fisher will lead. Yes, he does, barely by the slimmest of margins. Here comes Hannigan, who we've just seen in heat number 3 miss out on a direct transfer by 1/1000th of a second. And you know he does not want to be denied a chance at trying to come from the back to the front in tonight's main event. Side by side as they make their way through turn number 3 and 4. Hannigan now got the advantage over Chris Fisher. Remember, top 7 to the main event. Brett Osborne in 3rd. Cole Cabray in 4th. Nearly 3 wide. Cabray falls back to 5th as Brett Osborne. Mark Jessup, they run side by side. 3 wide, in fact, through turns number 3 and 4. And the battle is still on for the race lead. Fisher not giving up on Mason Hannigan. And Hannigan, he's going to fall back to 2nd position right now. Once again, goes back to the top shelf. Through the middle of 1 and 2. He's got some good speed through the center. And then goes back to the top shelf. 6 down, 6 to go. And here comes the Swindell Speed Lab number 71 machine, Cole Cabray. He picked up last year an iRacing Racebot TV Chili Bowl win. Oh, 3 wide, and Cole Cabray from 3rd up to position number 1. Hannigan made the mistake, falls back to 3rd, still circulating around. 4 to run this time by. Osborne on screen in 4th. Then we go back to Lachlan Horton. And the O2 of Brent Holloway and the Transport Equipment Hire Pumper. Quickie Racing Skin. Horton on the bottom side in 6. Mark Jessup in the 14 machine. There is Mitch Stiles on the outside looking in. Peyton Grease back there in 9th. He's got a fair way to make up here in the final 2 laps. They come out of turn 4, 2 to run for your race leader, Cole Cabray. Chris Fisher continues to ride the bottom side. Hannigan right through the middle of the 1 and 2, as he's done all race so far. And tell you what, Mason Hannigan, Chris Fisher, gentlemen, take a bow for the awesome race you guys have put on. Final lap as Cabray makes his way into turn number 3. Out of turn 4 on the bottom side, Cole Cabray wins B-Main number 1. 2nd going to go to Hannigan. 3rd is going to be Fisher. Then we go back to Brett Osborne. And then we're going to look in 4th position. 5th is going to be Mark Jessup. Brent Holloway in 6th. Lachlan Horton grabs 7th. And he will make the show along with the other 7 drivers. B-Main number 1 is complete. Our final B-Main coming up, and let's see who lines up where with your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid. Starting on pole of B-Main, number 2 for Black Diamond Motorsports, it's Ryan Sheet on his outside, the 67 of Miles Jansen. Richie Preston, car number 25, the BSA number 25 will start position number 3. The 01 of Brent Fair will start position number 4. Position number 5 in car number 510, that'll be Eddie Holden on his outside, the 005 of Michael McKay. Matt Dixon, car number 96, will start position number 7. The 10 of Skylar Brown starts position number 8. Position 9, it's the Tarzan man. It's George Wood in car 16. On his outside, car number 49 of David Harleman at position 10 with Dustin Sizemore, car 11 out of position number 11. All 11 cars have gridded. 12 laps on the board, 7 to go through, 4 to be sent packing, and we'll see those drivers next week. Our next broadcast here for Ultimate Dirt TV isn't until Thursday night, and that Thursday night is the Wicked Energy Gum 410 Winged Sprint Car Series presented by Dirty Old Bastards. We'll be live on the DOB Facebook page, the Ultimate Dirt TV Facebook page, and the UDTV YouTube channel. If you are watching on those pages, give us a like and a follow. And of course, don't forget, head over to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/UltimateDirtTV. Hit that subscribe button, doesn't cost a thing. Green is out. And we are underway. The final B-Main, the final 7 drivers to make this show. Oh, Eddie Holden. He's trying to hold on to it. And we've got 2 cars stuck together there. I believe it is George Wood. Yes, it is. And Eddie Holden, but Ryan Sheet. He will lead the opening lap. The BS Air. Number 25 for Elbows Up, Sim Sports in second position. 2 down, 10 to run. Then we go back. Oh, we got a car upside down. That's not David Holden. He's working the outside. Picks up third position by getting by Brent Fair and Miles Jansen. But again, Sheet down to the low side. Preston through the middle of the racetrack and Harleman upstairs. So your top 3 running 3 different grooves. Bottom, middle and top. 3 and 4's a little different. Harleman and Preston, they run 3/4 of the way up the racetrack. Ryan Sheet just struggling just a little bit, trying to keep that car on the bottom side. And here comes an Upper Auto Pass number 49 machine. What can he do here with Richie Preston here as we start? We're on lap 6 right now. So this time by, we are halfway home. 6 down, 6 to run. As George Wood is about to be a lap down. Skylar Brown, he's done for the night as well. So slide up by Harleman on Preston. Preston comes back at him now in the back straight away into 3 and 4. Oh, Preston nearly into the side of Harleman. And Harleman, I'm sure he would have pocket up at that moment, but 7 down, 5 to go. Harleman has got the sails working right now. No one catching him unless he makes a mistake. Miles Jansen in 4th. Good battle back here with Brent Fair and Matt Dixon. And Dustin Sizemore, Michael McKay, the teammates for MDM, $1 Million Motorsports, battling it out for the final transfer position. And Michael McKay, he's got that spot at the moment and looking to eliminate his teammate Dustin Sizemore from the main event. But with a couple of laps left to run, here comes the 49. And I wouldn't be surprised to see Harleman really wrap these 2 cars up very quickly, although he's got 1 to run. Oh man, Sizemore trying everything possible right now. Sizemore's going to go a lap down as David Harleman out of turn number 4. He's going to be victorious. He will grab the win. Second, going to go to Richie Preston. Third across the line is going to be Ryan Sheet. 4th home. We are waiting for the cars to come through. Looks like it's going to be Miles Jansen. Then we go back to Matt Dixon, Brent Fair, and Michael McKay. The top 7 drivers in that one. And that is, ladies and gentlemen, heat races and B-Mains complete. And would you believe it, we're 26 seconds into a thing. And we are ready for the redraw.
Alright, we're going to change it up on you. We said the winners. We're to top 2 in the team races.
Alright, yep, that's fine, that's fine. Well, I'm ready to go.
Alright, your heat race number 1 winner, car number 54, is John Baptista.
Pole position, buddy.
Heat race number 2 winner, car number 00, Kendall Tucker.
Position 5.
Heat race number 3 winner, car number 41, Logan Rumsey.
Position 6.
Heat race number 1, second place is Hauser.
Position 2.
Second place in heat race number 2 is number 1 of James Edens.
Position 4.
And second place in heat race number 3, car number 1, Colton Hardy.
Position 3, buddy.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Good luck.
Yes, sir.
All right, there we go. The redraw. So, a juicy front row. You go back to heat 1 between Hauser and Batista. Batista got the edge, and now they get to start on the front row for 40 laps. We'll take a quick break here on Ultimate Dirt TV and come back with your main event, 40 laps around the Kokomo Speedway. You're watching the Hub Sim Racing Giveaway Season Opener, presented by World of Thunder Racing League and DirtFan.com, the 410 Winged Sprint Cars. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Ultimate Dirt TV. Welcome back to the World of Thunder Facebook page, and welcome back to DirtFan.com's Facebook page for your coverage of the Hub Sim Racing Giveaways main event round number 1, your season opener. Let's take a look at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid very, very quickly. As the cars roll around, we know John Batista starts on pole alongside Dylan Hauser. We had Logan Rumsey and Colton Hardy, James Edens. In row 2, we had Logan Rumsey and Kendall Tucker in row 3. Then we go back to Alex Studinger, James Grace, Vinny Sansoni, Cole Cabray. Your top 10, David Hullerman, Mason Hannigan. In 11th and 12th, Richie Preston, Chris Fisher, Ryan Sheep, Brett Osborne, Miles Jansen, Mark Jessup, Matt Dixon, Brent Holloway, Brent Fair, Lachlan Horton, and Michael McCahey. Tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. Eastern, is the World of Thunder Racing League Asphalt Trucks on Dirt. Giddy up, cowboy. That should be an absolute barn burner that season. Cannot wait to cover that one. Now, tomorrow night, not sure if I'm going to be doing the coverage or whether Steve is, but hopefully we can get that covered for you. We see the cars already in their correct positions. Now we're going to see The most awesome sight in all of motorsports, ladies and gentlemen, as the cars make their way from the back, they make their way to the front. And again, down into turns number 3 and 4. Ladies and gentlemen, the Hub Sim Racing giveaways for White Salute. Presented by World of Thunder iRacing League and DirtFan.com. You will not find a better sight in all of motorsports. Tonight, round number 1, the lights are shining bright. We are here at Kokomo. Thankfully, these laps are a lot shorter than what we've seen at Knoxville and Volusia earlier on, so this won't take too long. Now, once we get to lap 5 of 45, it is when we are going to go green. So you see the cars coming past the start-finish line. At the moment, they're on lap 4, so not this time, but the following time by is when we are going to set these drivers loose for 40 laps around Kokomo. We've seen some fantastic racing throughout the first 2 races for the super late models at Knoxville and also the UMP modifieds at Volusia. How will the 410s play out? They've just been given the 1 to go signal right now, this time by out of turn number 4. John Batista has the field in his hands. It's time to get naughty for 40, ladies and gentlemen, into turn number 3, out of turn number 4. The Hub Sim Racing Giveaways main event is underway, and we are green here at Kokomo. It's Hauser v Batista 2.0, and Dylan Hauser, at the moment, he has got the edge over Batista. Batista comes back at him. Keep an eye on the 1 car of James Eden's Kendall Tucker now running right through the middle, looking to slide up there in front of Colton Hardy. Does so. Hardy now got Studinger up on the inside. They race 3 wide, but Colton Hardy around. He gets the car back going again, but unfortunately, with the contact after there was contact with Studinger, it bounced off the wall, came back down the racetrack. He could have kept going. However, unfortunately, this is no fault for Colton Hardy, because after the contact, after he bounced off the wall, he went to get the car back going again. But unfortunately, there was about 10 or so 410 wing sprint cars that were coming through the center of turns 3 and 4. James Grace gets a piece of that one. And unfortunately, the yellow flag is going to fly for the first time tonight. And this is going to complete us at about 5 laps when we go back to green flag action. So there's still 35 to run. And Dylan Hauser for Slick Sim Sports. The Down Under Graphics, Two Brothers Stream Team iRacing, iFlag number 2. Looking to park it on the front straight away. We'll see how he goes, but still 35 laps remain. It's still anybody's ball game. Batista, Eden's Tucker still in behind him. Green flag is out. We are back underway. He got a good launch, Dylan Hauser. James Edens did get a good launch there. Now on the bottom side, Tucker around the outside of Edens. Cole Cabray trying to come into the mix now. Studinger and Cole Cabray mixing it up 3 wide. Hannigan and David Harleman. Harleman on the low side now. Look at Hannigan through the middle. Harleman slides up in front of Hannigan. Oh, this is tight. Oh, wow. Jesus. Would you try not to swear on this one? There is some tight racing here at the Kokomo Speedway, and have a look at Mason Hannigan up to position number 7. Yeah, you heard that one right, ladies and gentlemen, up to 7th. And he started deep in this field. Oh, he started mid-pack 12, that's deep enough. Yellow flag flies just as Batista was getting to the inside of Hauser once again. And Brent Fair, maybe part of the reason. Michael McCahey, in fact. McCahey, too much damage on that 005 machine. No, it's not the Braden Nyler entry. It is Michael McCahey, but again, a 3 or 4 lap spell before a caution flag comes out, and let me tell you, it is unbelievable. There is some tight racing here at Kokomo. Look at Tucker, look at Edens, just sussing at the racetrack, sussing the bottom out, seeing what's down there. Maybe talking it over TeamSpeak or Discord. What do you think this is doing? Or are they just worrying about their own lines at the moment? Shut up, Braden. Okay, he drove in the Braden Nyler 005. Number, that is, not the car. I'll put you in it. I'll do what I like. Here we go. 12 down, 28 to go. Hauser, Batista, Tucker to the inside. Here he comes, looking for the race lead. Not going to happen. Can he get second? No. David Harlan. Oh, Batista. Sorry, not Batista. Tucker. And now Cole Cabray, James Eden, 3 Swindell Speed Lab drivers. Look at this. Wow, look out. 2 for 1 for James Eden. Thank you very much. And Mason Hannigan in the number 1 machine says, you know what? Thank you very much, Mr. James Eden. I'm going to look for a podium. And Hannigan up on the inside. Eden's in front of Tucker. Slides up, takes the top spot away, or top side line away. Now look at Cole Cabray through the middle, fighting the grip patch. 3/4 of the way up the racetrack. So again, that 71 just finding grip in the middle of the turns. It's just the exit speed that is not helping that 71 machine. And here we go. The battle is on for the race lead. Oh, who was that in the transport equipment hire? That is Brett Holloway. Was just stopped there on the entry into turns 3. If we can just get more than 5 laps in. Oh, Kokomo putting on an absolute show. Hauser and Batista going at it once again. But I'm more intrigued to see the battle between the 3 teammates for Swindell Speed Lab. Edens, Tucker, Cabray. And you know what? I'm going to throw in Mason Hannigan as well. He has been phenomenal here tonight. I'll give a shout out while we can. Big shout out to, of course, Wicked Cushion for their continued support here on Ultimate Dirt TV. And of course, a big shout out to Steve McMillan and the World of Thunder iRacing League for his support here with myself at Ultimate Dirt TV. Alright, here we go. Hauser, Batista. Hauser getting a good start once again. James Edens this time is up on the inside and looks for second position. Slide job, no. And again, Kendall Tucker around the outside. Oh, look how Mason Hannigan getting close to that wall with that right rear tyre. Man, it is brutal out here. David Harleman getting collected. David Harleman around yellow about to come out. I'm sure there's a massive pile up in 1 and 2. And there is the yellow flag. And well, there's not so much of a pile-up now because it was Lachlan Horton getting involved in that one. I think Colton Hardy might have had a hand as well, as he's off pit road. David Holloman, Alex Studinger. Yep, Steve, I agree. Braden is scared. Not got scared. He is scared. You know what? Let's take a look, Billy. Let's take a look at our Wicked Cushion instant replay. Let's take a look and see what happened to the 49 machine. Watching. Nothing just yet should be happening. Oh, wrong place, wrong time. It was Studinger in the 54. And I believe Lachlan Horton as well in the 92. Yeah, the two cars come together. Harleman tried to miss it. He got hit from Grace. And then he just wanted to hold it flat stick. You're an idiot. Oh, he's just ruined other people's race right now. Like Richie Preston, Lachlan Horton, anyhow. That's it. What an idiot. And that's your so-called world champion in iRacing for the wingless cars. Absolute fool. Anyhow, we are back live. We are 13 to go. And it's still Hauser to lead Batista. Tucker in third. And we go back to Cole Cabray. Tucker with a slide of now on Batista. Batista crosses back underneath him. Tucker just tags the wall. The exit of turn number 2. So top 4 just pulling away from the rest of the field. In 5th place, James Edens. Oh, Cabray to the wall. Tucker, Batista. Now, I'm not sure whether there was contact there between Tucker and Batista. We kind of missed it, so we're not going to assume. As Batista holds on to that third position, the car just falling away, and here comes James Edens. Cabré making an absolute mockery. Over the last couple of laps, he's been unable to sort of keep the speed and momentum up. He's hit the wall nearly every lap, but now he finds himself in now lap traffic, boys. It is here. Already Hauser has gotten by the first of the lap cars of Brent Fair, but Kendall Tucker, if he can just keep it off the wall. Wow, Hauser, that was close, and getting by Mark Jessup in the 14 car. Hauser, he has got his hands full of lap traffic. And I tell you what, with 6 to run, the double O, Kendall Tucker, can he pick up 2 wins in one night? He's got to get by Hauser to do so. Hauser, he has been a real strong force in the sprint cars as of late. Hauser into the back of James Grace. Grace is now going to move to the bottom side of the racetrack just to let the leaders on by. But with 4 to run, Hauser and Tucker nose to tail on the top side. There is nothing in it. There's a couple of car lengths between them. Tucker into the wall. That might be his opportunity, going begging right now. And we look at James Edens, nowhere near the picture right now. He's back in third position. He's probably a straightaway behind. Oh no, look out. Hauser may have just tagged the lap car. Matt Dixon looks like on the 96 machine. Well, Garrett, that's up to Race Control on what they want to do with that one. I've got my opinion on it. My opinion is going to stay my opinion and not released to anybody else. But whatever happens, mate. That's it's not my job to decide what happens. And we have a green-white checker situation now. This takes the lap traffic situation out of it. It does give a clear track for Dylan Hauser, but it also gives a clear track for those slide jobs to come in from Kendall Tucker, James Edens. Does he go back to the bottom side? Let's find out. Into turns 3 out of turn 4. Coming from down from the top to the bottom. Here it is. Slide jump. Car crossover. What a move by Dylan Hauser, and that could be the race-winning move. Edens up on the inside of Tucker. 1 to run. Here goes Tucker once again. Slide jump into 1. No. Dylan Hauser out of turn number 4. A phenomenal drive, and a drive that is well earned. What a win, and the win goes to Dylan Hauser for Slick Sim Sports. James Edens gets second across the line. Third is going to go to Kendall Tucker. Then we go back to John Batista, Mason Hannigan in 4th and 5th. Logan Rumsey, Chris Fisher, Richie Preston, Ryan Sheet, Matt Dixon, your top 10. James Grace, Miles Jensen, Brent Fair, Mark Jessup, Brett Osborne, Cole Cabré, Vinnie Sansoni, Lachlan Horton, Colton Hardy, David Heileman, Alex Studinger, Brent Holloway, and Michael McKahey. What a race. What a night from start to finish. Now we are going straight down into victory lane. And these drivers have got about 30 seconds to get in here. We're going right there. So give us just a few moments. Alright, standing by with your winner here tonight in car number 2 for Slick Sim Sports. And boy, what a race this was, and what a night he had. He had a phenomenal heat race. with John Batista, and it happened at the start as well, this feature event. But nonetheless, Dylan Hauser, congratulations on going to victory lane here at the Kokomo Speedway. Boy, what a night. Just all throughout that night, you were in such an intense battle with either Hauser, Batista, Edens was there at one stage. I mean, talk about your point, or talk about your race from your point of view.
Yeah, it was good. You know, we missed it in qualifying a little bit, but that was fine. We got in heat race, and I was uncomfortable the first two laps, and I got my groove, and we ran John down, and I got to his bumper and almost looped it, so I had to track him back down, two to go, and then we almost had him at the line, but good heat race. We went the feature, started second, and I took the lead right off the rip, and just tried to run smooth laps up top, and didn't really make too many mistakes, and then we got to those lap cars, and I really just they were kind of everywhere. You know, they just weren't really consistent. So that was difficult, but yeah, all in all, it was a good race for me, and it was good.
Let's go back to those lap cars, because Kokomo is such a small track here. You generally, the back markers, you get to catch them fairly quickly. Of course, we had a couple of yellows to start off, the night, and then there were like a couple of yellows about the mid-park. So you guys didn't really catch lap traffic until those final sort of 8 to 12 laps or so. What was going through your mind with those lap cars? Because as you said, they were inconsistent, and they were trying to race for their spots, but they're also trying to race and stay on the lead lap.
Yeah, when you catch him at Kokomo, it's so weird because you can run the middle, but when you enter the middle, you enter on the fence and then turn down to the middle. And that's what I thought the one lap car was going to do, and then he entered like that, and then he slid way back to the top, and I got in the back of him. But that's just Kokomo. It's a tough place to race at, so that's it. Those lap guys did a good job. Maybe next time they should have a little more car control, but I guess when the track's that slick, it's even the best guys struggle, so it is what it is.
Well, speaking of Slick, for Slick Sim Sports, you take away the season opener for the Hub Sim Racing giveaway for 10-wing sprint cars here at Kokomo. We'll let you get out of here and celebrate this win, but of course we know you got a whole bunch of people to thank as well.
Yeah, I'd like to thank David for helping me tonight, and everybody at Slick Sim Sport, you and Steve for doing this, for you for broadcasting in front of the league, and all the guys that came out tonight to race Hillsong. Appreciate it.
There we go, Dylan Hauser from Victory Lane. Let's chat to the driver that comes home in third place tonight. He was second for a lot of that race, but in the end he just falls a couple of spots shy of where he would like to be. But nonetheless, Kendall Tucker home in third place tonight. A first in the UMPs and now a third in the sprint cars. You can't be too disappointed with that night.
Oh no, it was a good night overall. I just think we had probably just as fast as the cars Hauser did right there. Just once I finally got to him right there in lap traffic, I stuffed it in the fence and it just really killed all my momentum. And that last restart, I just went for broke and I'm gonna try and throw everything I had at him. And looking back now, I wish I might have completed that slider all the way and on the last lap, but I didn't want to rough him up. It's just not worth it in this set right now to be pushing the issue like that. So. I don't know, just gave it all we had. Congrats to Hauser on the win, and thanks for my amazing teammate James Edens for throwing my race car at the finish line. That's great.
Let's go back to the incident where you put it in the fence. I think it was about 4 to go, coming to 3 to go, just before we had that yellow. We kind of given up at that stage when you put it into the fence, before you knew the yellow was coming out.
Yeah, he probably had too big of a lead. There was probably going to have to be a pretty big mistake for me to run him down. I stuffed it in the wall pretty hard, and it wouldn't come off of it. I think I probably lost like a second and a half on him right there. So, I was glad that caution come out. But, the top all the way around was 4.5 tenths faster than any other line on the racetrack. Autogen tracks, I don't really understand why people are still doing them, but what's what you get when you put them on autogen tracks. It's product like that all around the top. The tracks have been really good here lately on 0%. And just we're just not getting that opportunity to race on a track like that and see what it really can do.
Well, congratulations on third place here tonight, and after coming off a win in the UMPs, it's been a pretty good night for yourself and the 00 Swindell Speed Lab machine. So we'll let you get out of here and celebrate, and we'll let you thank those sponsors once again.
Yeah, just all the guys over at Swindell Speed Lab, and James Edens. I was picking on him right there. I can't thank him enough for everything he does for me on the setup and stuff, keeping me up to date with everything. So I can't thank him enough, and just got to thank K1 Race Gear and Bell Helmets, and thanks to you for the broadcast, and thanks to Steve for putting the league on.
All right, there we go. Ladies and gentlemen, Kendall Tucker home in third place tonight. That'll wrap us up for tonight. The Hub Sim Racing giveaways, season opener for the 410 wing sprint cars, the UMP modifieds, and the super late models. Of course, a big shout out to Steve McMillan and of course the entire team here at World of Thunder. Do a phenomenal job with race control and getting these races up on a weekly. Season 9, as I said, season 9 I believe this is, or we'll call it season 1 of 2020, but what a way to start the season campaign for not only sprint cars but all 3 divisions here tonight. It's been a phenomenal job, as we said earlier on. The asphalt trucks return to dirt and make their first time appearance here for the World of Thunder Racing League tomorrow, 8 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. Eastern, I think that was. Let's double check that. 8 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. Eastern is correct. So the asphalt trucks on dirt. Again, we're going to be bringing you all the coverage here on Ultimate.TV or the World of Thunder pages. Again, not too sure if I'm going to be doing it tomorrow night or whether Steve will have to step up and do it, but you can catch all the action again here on the Facebook pages. Don't forget, hit the like and follow button on those pages. Of course, head over to our YouTube channel. Go to youtube.com/ultimatedirt.tv. Just hit that subscribe button. You can still come back to Facebook and watch it. We just need your help getting to those 1,000 subscriber mark, and I believe we're just a little over 100 shy of getting that one. So if you could help us out, that would be much appreciated. Over 6,100 followers on Facebook as well, so thank you so very much for everybody that has been a part of Ultimate.TV and helped making this grow into the #1 channel that we are. Of course, we've got our competition of Full Velocity Racing Network. Those guys, Todd and Phil, do a fantastic job. Boy, if you haven't checked them out, I'm going to give them a shameless plug because they do an absolute phenomenal job as well. It's very tough going against those guys, but hey, we do what we can, and those guys as well are doing the best that they can. They rate the broadcasting every night of the week, so if you want some sim racing action, we're not live, feel free to check those guys out. Of course, I want to give a shout out to, of course, Wicked Cushion and World of Thunder Racing League, and of course, dirtfan.com for their support as well throughout season 1 of 2020. On behalf of the team here at Ultimate Dirt to be the management behind the scenes, we say farewell and good night. And until next time, ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you then.